What up, everybody? YouTube Live, how's it going? I was in the middle of filming my reviews, my new video reviews that I'll be posting tomorrow. But then this news hit the web. I was away this morning, so I'm a little bit late on this. I believe this news came out like about 3 hours ago. But I just want to discuss it with you before I move on back to filming and editing my video reviews. So there's been an update on the whole, Ray Fisher versus WB saga, specifically regarding Gal Gadot. Is it Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot? I apologize. I still don't quite know how to correctly pronounce her last name. I apologize about that. But before we go forward, let me double check that we are live streaming because we don't know with YouTube sometimes be messing with us. And the article comes from there we are. Okay, comicbook.com. Okay, so let me give you context. Ray Fisher, of course, not too long ago revealed what exactly Joss Whedon did to him and his co-stars on the set of Justice League after Joss Whedon stepped in to replace Zack Snyder. After Zack Snyder left due to family tragedy. So, so in that long THR article, the Hollywood Reporter article, um, there's also a segment about Krypton. Jeff Johns' comments about Krypton cast, and also there's a segment about um, Gal Gadot, how Josh Whedon at one point threatened Gal Gadot's career. Um, and so when that came out, Gal Gadot only briefly commented, that happened, but it was resolved, and that's it. That's it. She didn't go on further other than that, and she wasn't gonna go on a rant, just like Ray Fisher has been going on a rant. Um, but she was recently interviewed, and she confirmed that yes, Joss Whedon or Joss Whedon was being a jerk to her. Paraphrasing, of course. So let me read to you off of comicbook.com. It says here last month, Justice League star Ray Fisher opened up about his experience with director Joss Whedon while making 2017's Justice League, noting in an extensive interview that Gal Gadot, along with Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins, had their own issues with Whedon as well. Now, in an interview, Gadot confirms the extent of those issues, telling Israel's N12 that Whedon threatened to damage her career when she asked to make changes to her character, noting that she handled the issue immediately. So N12, this is the source. This is the Israeli website. I apologize. I don't speak or read Hebrew, so I'm not sure what all these mean. But yeah, that's the exact source. So here's the excerpt from Gal Gadot. She said, "Quote: He kind of threatened my career and said if I did something, he would make my career miserable, and I just took care of it, took care of it instead." Gadot said in an interview. Um, so just to remind you what exactly happened, the context of this brouhaha. As follows, a knowledgeable source says Gadot had multiple concerns with the revised version of the film, including issues about her character being more aggressive than her character in Wonder Woman. She wanted to make the character flow from one movie to the next. The biggest clash, sources say, came when Whedon pushed Gadot to record lines she didn't like, threatened to harm Gadot's career, and disparage Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins. So that makes sense, man. That upset, that frustration that Gadot has or had with Whedon is totally justifiable, totally understandable. I mean, by that time, the first Wonder Woman movie already came out, and by that time, I believe Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins had already started planning for Wonder Woman sequel. So for her to be concerned that the Woman that Josh Whedon is making changes to being different from the Wonder Woman in the first and the second solo movie, yeah, that's of course she's right to be concerned. We don't want, because then if she's different, she would stand out. She would stick out like a sore thumb, and then everybody would be talking about just that one aspect, you know. And she didn't want that. She didn't want that, that kind of attention for her character. Um, but then yeah, we didn't want it, because the thing is, remember I told you guys that Joss Whedon came in, stepped in, and he wanted to make his Justice League instead of finishing Zack Snyder's Justice League. His job was supposed to finish the job that Zack Snyder had to leave behind halfway through. Instead of honoring that, he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own version. And then we just got the result is that we get this uneven movie, and this is like so uncool. And there's a lot of stuff that just don't make sense in the Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. And so yeah, Gal Gadot's like, no, I'm not gonna read those lines. Not cool, man. This is not what I signed up for. From the beginning. And so I believe Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins met with the WB execs, and they resolved the situation. And so kudos to Gal Gadot, for taking that on really, like she said, immediately. She didn't wait. She didn't let it fester or anything like that. She didn't let it turn into a grudge. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna handle this issue. She said immediately, took care of it, resolved it. And so I believe, uh, or I'm assuming, because I wasn't there in the room, of course. I'm assuming the result of that meeting was that Joss Whedon bow down. Joss Whedon say, all right, I'm not gonna, I'm sorry, not gonna threaten anybody anymore, because man, she is. Here's the thing, Joss Whedon has. Oh my god, dude! I grew up admiring Buffy. I love Dollhouse, and I love Firefly. And my god, Joss Whedon gave us 2012 movie The Avengers, which is still regarded as one of the best comic book superhero movies of all time. I mean, the guy does have some talent, dude. You gotta admit, but he's a jerk. He is a jerk, and I think Joss Whedon has a god complex. A lot of filmmakers have god complex. Their ego is so big, like, oh, I'm in charge. You got to do what I say, fall in line. It's my way or the highway. Or in Joss Whedon's case, it's my way or I'm gonna ruin your career. It's like, dude, why you gotta be a jerk like that, man? Come on, ease back a little bit, freaking Joss Whedon. Oh man, and seriously, the god complex on some of these filmmakers are just unbearable. And here's the thing, though: there's a lot of Joss Whedons out there, walking around amongst us. A lot of people are like Joss Whedon in your workplace, maybe, or maybe your neighbor is a jerk, just like Joss Whedon. It's like, and you just want to pull your hair out, because they're the kind of people that, like, you know what, I know best, and you don't know, as well as I do. Like, you don't know crap, and I know best. I am the guy. So that kind of people, uh, is just, like I said, are very unbearable. And here's the thing: why threaten Gal Gadot, man? Why threaten Gal Gadot? She is like, I've never met her. All right, I would love to, but I'm just a small YouTuber. I will never get the opportunity to interview Gal Gadot in a million years, even though I keep wishing upon it. So it's only in my dream. But she strikes me as a very sweet person. She strikes me as a very wonderful woman. Like, even when she was on that Fast and Furious franchise, when she was fairly, unfamous or unrecognizable, amongst the big cast of Fast and Furious franchise, even then she was like, oh my goodness, who is this beautiful nice lady? Like, why would you be a jerk to Gal Gadot, of all people that you could be a jerk to? There's a lot of people that you could, you should punch up. There's a lot of jerks out there that you should be a jerk to. But why gotta be a jerk to Gal Gadot, man? Like, really, really, it takes quite a bit of nastiness to be a jerk to somebody as sweet as Gal Gadot, of all people. Jesus is GOAT. I was a huge fan of Whedon until the Justice League incident. Yes, man. As I said, it's just so disappointing to find that this talent, this guy that you have admired since the '90s, at least for me, since the Buffy years and on, and Firefly and on. It sucks to find that he is not a good person, in real life, or in at a workplace, at least. Now, it threatened her career. Like, really, like, I keep trying to think, like, what scenarios, like, what is he gonna do? What was he planning to do to ruin Gal Gadot's career? I mean, Gal Gadot, her trajectory, her career was already going up at that point. With the first Wonder Woman movie, like what is it even that Josh Whedon could do, like, to to threaten her career? Like, really, Josh? Oh man, why you gotta be the bad guy, dude? Why you gotta be the bad guy? So disappointing, so disappointing, and it makes you wonder if he did the same thing to the Avengers cast, but the Avengers cast just haven't spoken out about it yet. But you know what? Yeah, so I'm gonna end this video by saying good on you, Gal Gadot, for resolving this case immediately without wasting any precious time. And you know what? The whole thing has a happy ending. Zack Snyder finally made the Justice League movie that he wanted to make, that he had always designed from the beginning. It just sucks that it had this whole drama leading up to that March 2021 that we had with HBO Max. That was fantastic. 4 hours of just epic superhero movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let me leave you with Ray Fisher's um, comment about this latest news. I think he did comment. There you go. He did comment. And to think WB Pictures let Joss Whedon walk away and become a liability for their sister corporation. Walter Hamada was aware of Joss's behavior, and he still tried to dissuade me from pursuing an investigation. His reason: he knew Emmerich and Johns would be implicated. Johns as in Jeff Johns, and I believe Emmerich is Toby Emmerich. So clearly, has WB Pictures has some self-reflection to do. They need to do some self-reflection. All right, clearly they need to do some inner looking to look inward, and maybe even clean house. Maybe sweep their offices away of these let's just say it, terrible guys. I love Jeff Johns. I admired Stargirl. Big fan of what Jeff Johns did for DC over the years. But maybe, his approach of dealing with talents like Ray Fisher, and maybe his WB Pictures approach of dealing with talents in regards to Joss Whedon, maybe they need to do some self-reflecting. Maybe they need to do some, like, oh, you know what? We need to fix ourselves somehow. I don't know what that solution is, but I think it's time for them to, like, instead of, because it sounds like they're not doing anything. It sounds like they're just telling Ray Fisher, "Hey, can you just get over it, please? Can we just move on?" It's like, really. It's like, well, all right. We did something bad, but just, let's just forget it ever happened. Like, really, really. Just get over it, really. So now that we know that Joss Whedon threatened Gal Gadot's career, really, it's a really unfortunate drama for us fans of WB and DC. Over the years, it just to find that these people are still in charge. It's really disheartening and colossally disappointing. So let me know what you think about this latest news. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe. Let's rock this.